Welcome to Two Guys in a Ride. Today we're going to review the 2021 Buick Envision Avenir. I'll tell you about the horsepower, cargo, dimensions, and safety.
And I'll show you the interior, the controls, and all the technology.
Before we get started, please take a moment and click that subscribe button.
And click that bell icon so you never miss a video.
So, what do you say, Nate?
Let's go for a ride.
Today we're working with our friends at Snell Motors in beautiful Mankato, Minnesota. The 2021 Buick Envision Avenir is available in 3 trim levels, starting at the Preferred, then there's the Essence and the Avenir that starts at $40,200, and of course all are available in either front or all-wheel drive. This is the Buick Envision, and it's presented here in Ebony Twilight Metallic, and it has an Ebony perforated, beautifully quilted leather interior. Now, it is powered by a 2-liter 16-valve double overhead cam turbo 4-cylinder engine producing 230 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, and it's driven by a 9-speed automatic transmission, and this particular one does have all-wheel drive. Now, out front, these are articulating Bi-LED headlights with IntelliBeam auto high beams with automatic on-off feature, and they also do have the LED signature daytime running lamps. And I like that black mesh grille with a chrome surround and the horizontal bar through the middle with the big Buick logo. Now down below, you'll see it does have the body-colored bumper with a brushed silver lower trim and black mesh side vent covers. They're not really air curtains, but it is a vent with your parking sensors built in. Now up top, there are rain sensing variable intermittent windshield wipers. Let's take a look around the side. Okay, around the side, you see this does have the beautiful 20-inch aluminum wheels, and these have the Avenir Pearl Nickel finish, and they are wrapped in 245, 45, 20 all-season tires. Now it does have full-wheel anti-lock brakes with four-wheel disc that are 12.6 inch on the front and 12.4 inch on the rear. It has an independent front suspension with McPherson struts and stabilizer bar, and out back there is a 5-link independent rear suspension with stabilizer bar. Now I really do like the body-colored wheel well trim, and I like this chrome lower body side trim, and you see the Avenir script as well. These are, the mirrors are power adjustable and driver side auto dimming, and they are body colored with manual folding. And then you also, and I did say heated, you also see it does have the nice body colored door handles, and they have the chrome insert with the touch lock unlock sensor. Now this is also laminated front door glass, and you see on the rear side glass it is deep tinted. And it does have the chrome belt line and window trim, and up top you see the silver roof rails, and it does have a panoramic powered moonroof. Let's take a look around the back. Okay, this does have the integrated third mount brake light with the roof spoiler, body colored roof spoiler up top, and it does have that HD rear vision mirror or camera for the rear view mirror, and it has a washer as well. Now this is a power programmable liftgate, and it does have the LED projection, and it does have a heated rear window with a fixed wiper. And it also does have LED tail lights, and I like that they have sequential turn signals. It does have a body colored bumper with the brushed silver lower trim piece, and the chrome surrounds are not actually the exhaust tips. The exhaust tip is mounted underneath the car for a nice clean look, but it does give you kind of that look that it is dual exhaust. And also I wanted to point out it does have the rear view camera and washer as well. So let's take a look inside at the cargo area. Now there is a 17-inch compact spare tire that is mounted underneath the cargo floor right here, and you do have a 12-volt outlet as well. Maximum cargo volume behind the front row is 52.7 cubic feet. Maximum cargo volume behind the second row is 25.2 cubic feet. Cargo floor length from the sill to the front row, 89 inches. Cargo floor length to the second row, 35 inches. Cargo width at the belt line is 40 inches. Cargo width at the internal wheel houses is 41 inches. Cargo opening height is 27 inches. And liftover height from the sill to the ground, 31 inches. Now you see, we took down the little shelf that you can easily remove just to show you a little bit more the interior and how big this is. So let's talk about some of the safety on this Buick Envision. There is night vision, lane keeping assist, rear parking aid, automatic emergency braking, HD surround vision, hill descent control, forward collision alert, stability and traction control, cross traffic alert, blind spot monitor, and so very much more. Now, let's talk about the dimensions. Okay, front track 63.3 inches, rear track 63.3 inches. Max width 74.1 inches, overall length 182.5 inches, height 63.3 inches, wheelbase 109.4 inches. It does have a ground clearance of 6.8 inches, a curb weight of 3,932 pounds, and it can tow up to 1,500 pounds. Also, does have a 16.1 gallon fuel tank capacity. Now, so what about safety? Well, IIHS and National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, neither one have yet rated this vehicle. So crash test performance ratings are yet to come. Performance, 0 to 60, 6.4 seconds, standing quarter mile, 14.6 seconds, top speed, 130 miles an hour, 70 to 0 braking, 127 feet. Well, what about its appearance? Well, I like the clean and elegant new design, and you know, there's a few Buick design cues, but it's got its own language and it really does look good. Dependability. Well, there's a basic warranty of 3 years and 36,000 miles. The powertrain warranty is 5 years and 60,000 miles, and you do have roadside assistance for 5 years or 60,000 miles. And finally, fuel economy. Well, they rated at 22 city, 29 highway, and 24 combined. Now let's take a look inside, but before we do, check out my notes in the description down below, and please take a moment to give us a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. So what do you say, Nate? It's all yours. Take it away.
All right, stepping on the inside, first thing I just noticed is this really nice trim piece here. You can see all the detail in there. I really like that. Of course, here on the door, you've got two-person memory setting, as well as an easy exit on-off button. You do have express down rear windows. You have auto up and down front windows. You have your window lockout, and then your mirror controls. Up on top here, you do have your unlock and lock buttons, as well as your door handle. Now down here, you've got your tailgate setting for max 3/4 or off, and then you do have some storage in the door right here. This is one of your 9 Bose speakers. I do like the sill plate as you get in the car. I like it. It's a raised, it's textured, and it looks really, really sharp. Now, both driver and passenger seats are 8-way power with a 4-position power lumbar. The driver's seat is massaging. This is a quick on-off for the massage function. This button up here will change the modes for the massage. Okay, coming down here, I do like the extra storage underneath the center console. Coming down here, you of course got your foot feet and your left footrest. Coming up a little bit higher here, you have your dashboard bright and dimness controls, you have your light controls, and then these 3 are for your HUD controls. This will raise or lower the HUD, this will change the info, and this changes the brightness of it. The steering wheel itself is a tilt and telescope, and that is located under here. It's manual. Okay, on the back of the steering wheel, you do have 2 buttons on each side. These 2 on this side will do your favorites, and then these 2 buttons raise and lower your volume. Before we step inside, let's talk about the dimensions in the front. Front headroom is 39.6 inches. Front legroom is 40.4 inches. Front shoulder room is 56.7 inches. And front hip room is 55.1 inches. All right, it is a push start. I always like it when the dials move. I like the Buick emblem in the infotainment screen too. All right, so on the driver's information center, you've got an 8-inch digital screen that's multicolor and configurable. You've got your gas gauge on the left, your engine temperature on the right, and of course RPM and the speedometer. Coming back to the steering wheel, you've got paddle shifters on either side. Just in front of that, you do have your auto high beam and low beam button right here. And then on the steering wheel itself, this side is your cruise control along with your heated steering wheel. This does have adaptive cruise control. If you want to turn that off, when the cruise control is on, you just hit and hold the cancel button and it turns to regular cruise control. Over on the right, you have got voice command, you've got mute the volume or hang up your phone, and then you have got, of course, your cursor controls here for the driver's information screen. Moving on over to the infotainment screen here, this is a 10-inch display, and I have to say I like it so much better than what was in the 2020. This really has a nice refined look to it. You've got 3 physical buttons. You've got a power and a volume. You've got a home button, okay, which either brings you to the screen you saw or this split screen here. And then, of course, you have this button where you can rotate between the different apps, and you can click to activate it, or you can tune a radio station. It is a Bose sound system with 9 speakers. It has wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, Bluetooth, AM/FM radio, Sirius XM, and HD radio. Coming on down below that, you got the climate control. This is dual zone auto climate control. Both driver and front passenger seats are heated and ventilated. Now, I like what Buick has done here. They used a single button, and when you go up, it's a 3-stage heating. But when you go down, it turns the lights blue and is now a ventilated seat. And that's on both sides. I also do like the fact that you have a physical sync button. And these buttons down here that you see lit up, those are not buttons. The buttons are actually below them. Okay? All right. Coming down below that, before we get to these buttons, if I push this back, and I have to say I really like the way that works. Sometimes those are a little tricky. They don't want to stay. That has worked every time I've done it. Down in here, you have a wireless phone charger, yay. You have a USB-C and a normal USB, and then you have a 12-volt outlet right down here. Push it again, and it slides right back. Now, up here, you've got a couple of buttons. Your auto start, stop, defeat button is here. Your hill descent control is here. Your lane keeping assist button is here. Traction control on or off is here. This is your automatic parking feature, and we'll get into that in the how-to video. This turns your parking sensors front and rear on or off. Right behind that, we have a nice set of cup holders with a nice pass-through. Your gear buttons are just that, they're buttons. Buick has done them a little bit differently. So it's a push for park, and then this little silver part you see here on the reverse and the drive are a pull up. Neutrals are just to push the actual N where the button is, and then if you want to use the paddle shifters, you can shift into manual. Right behind that, we have an electronic parking brake, and then we have a mode button. Okay, the mode button switches you between Tour, all-wheel drive, Sport, and off-road. Now, all of those, except for the Tour mode, are all-wheel drive mode. The Tour mode is 2-wheel drive. Right behind that, we have the armrest, and you push the button down here, it opens it up, and you've got a fairly deep storage area. It's got a removable rubber bottom on it. There are no other plugins or anything else inside here, but it's nice and deep. Moving over to the glove compartment here, it's got a nice dampened opening. It's plenty deep, plenty big to fit things in. Now, on the dashboard itself, all this stuff is soft touch. It's just everywhere. What I find interesting is this little dial at the top. So you've got 2 vents right here that are not the defroster. They're separate vents, and they're aimed towards the passenger and the driver. But you can shut them off by going to the left or turn them full on by going to the right, or adjust them in between. Okay, moving up. This is one of my favorite features, and it's the digital rear view mirror. It feeds off one of the cameras in the back. So if I take the day-night switch and I flip it, it turns to digital. And then with any digital rear view mirror, you have controls. So if I press here, I can affect brightness and dimness. So if I'm driving at night and I want a little dimmer, I can do that. I've got a magnifying glass, and again, these two buttons on the right will change that. Then you're back to brightness. So, and then here, this will actually change the camera angle up and down, and that's all the functions. Again, it's just a simple flip of the switch to go between regular and digital. It's also automatically dimming rear view mirror. Okay, moving up towards the ceiling. You've got some of your safety buttons up here. You have got your dome light controls up here, and then you've got a panoramic sunroof up here, and so you've got your shade control, you've got the tilt, and then you've got the slide. Now, along with that, you've got your home link buttons for your garage doors right up in here. All right, the visors themselves are backlit, and they are telescoping on both sides. All right, let's hop into the second row and take a look. In the second row, we have the same nice trim. I mean, just an all soft touch, except for right down here, but looks really good, and I love this trim piece. All right, you have got some bottle storage down here. You've got one of your 9 speakers in the door. Now, before I step in, the interior dimensions in the second row are as follows. Rear headroom, 38.9 inches. Rear legroom, 39.3 inches. Rear shoulder room, 55.1 inches. And rear hip room, 47.4. Let's step in. Sitting in the second row, I have got the seat adjusted to where I was when I was driving. I've got like close to 4 inches of knee room. I have got, I've got another like 2.5, 3 inches of headroom. Just very roomy. The back seat's also elevated, which gives me more support under my legs, which I really, really like. So down here, you have got a 110 volt outlet. And then you've got a USB-C and a regular USB-C, and the rear outboard seats in this car are heated. Now they're single stage, but they are heated, which is really nice. You also have map pockets in the back of the seats, and you have the same beautiful quilted perforated leather that you have in the front seats. You do have a pull-down center armrest with dual cup holders, and I love the fact that it's elevated. Now, in addition to that, you do have grab handles, and then, of course, you do have reading lamps right here. Coming up next, we're each going to take a ride and give you our impressions. Everything in here is laid out in such a manner that it's very, very easy to get at. And one of the things I really like is the new infotainment screen. I like the way it's ensconced in the dashboard. I also like the way it's slanted towards the driver. I really like that. It's really good visibility, easy to reach. I mean, even your massaging seats have an on-off button, and everything can be controlled from the seat. Don't even have to go to the infotainment screen. So everything in here is easy to get your hands on if you need to, or use your voice command. Now this has built-in noise canceling and sound dampening in the car, and the ride. I'm going through a road, side road right now. It's got a lot of lines in the pavement, and it's a fairly quiet ride. I gotta say, it's nice and quiet. In terms of getting in and out of the car, well, you can see on the video here, but it's easy on both the first and second row. Just the way that back door is cut makes it easy to get in and out, and plenty of room. Very, very comfortable seats in here. And in terms of parking, well, first of all, you've got a 360-degree camera, which is awesome, and the view on the screen is really good and really clear. But this also has automatic parking. It'll do perpendicular or parallel parking, and if you need to know left or right, it'll ask you on the screen what side you're parking on. So parking this couldn't be any easier. I also really like the heads-up display in here. That is just, I absolutely love that. One of my favorite features now. Simply because it allows you to look out of your windshield and just take a glance down, just not even to your dashboard, but just a little bit lower on the screen, and get all your basic information right from that. So overall, I really like this. This is, in my opinion, a real step up from the 2020 Envision, and I absolutely love everything in here. Well laid out, well done.
Well, that's our review of the 2021 Buick Envision Avenir, and we appreciate you spending some time with us. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and please click that subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching.